scene when Joe first walks in, he knows exactly what's going on up there. These incredible mood swings. It's so routine in their life.
Gracie?
The way it's written, she's not crying quite that hard. But because I know as an actor the house is dark and Todd's going to be following Charles in as he comes, that signals to me it's going to be bigger. Like it feels to me like I'm like, oh, then I'm starting, because she's throwing it. It's like you're not waiting for somebody to find you. You're sending out the signal.
Exactly.
Like, listen to me, I'm up here.
What happened?
All of that tension contributes to the size of her breakdown.
Joyce and Bertha called and canceled her order and all future orders.
It's an excited sigh because thank God Gracie didn't see me with Elizabeth walking, kind of opening up for the first time.
I wasted hours that I could have used.
You couldn't have known Gracie.
To me, this whole scene is about the time of day.
Yeah.
And you feel it in the dress color and the color of the bedspread and the color of the headboard. I mean, this scene doesn't work without that sense of that tamped down intensity of color.
I hate things like that. And now I have this cake that's gonna go right in the garbage.
You don't have to throw it in the garbage.
I got a little teary-eyed because I was so moved when we rehearsed. I couldn't believe it. And then I just found myself going to the bed and like consoling you.
Where were you?
I took a walk. Showed Elizabeth the neighborhood.
It's all about Elizabeth.
Of course,
You
it's
know?
about
Yeah.
Elizabeth, and it's about
Yeah.
the fragility of the whole life being in peril.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like she uses all these other things as the ways that we
Yes.
cope.
Elizabeth. She's getting on my last nerve.
And the Elizabeth's getting on my last nerve, because what it is that encroachment on her life. It gets too much. It's just too much. She can't bear it.
She's just everywhere I look. For what?
For the movie. So people can see it and understand more.
This dress is called the nap dress. I love it because it is so, like I said, she looks like a doll. You know, this is a woman who wants to dress like a doll, like a child.
And maybe it's more easier for you.
This role of Joe is so pivotal to how this film ultimately works.
For me?
For us. For both of us.
In Charles's performance, I saw something I saw in nobody else. And it was this sense of scale in his approach. Like somebody who, you saw the history of this character in that performance. I could see the past.
I don't know.
And I could see the present.
She'll be gone soon.
You realize this man has had to recalibrate his expectations around how she is always distancing herself from her own feelings.
I ate so much of that cake.
Yeah, a lot of that cake.
And then I drank that milk in one of those takes, that whole glass of milk. I was like, yum.
It's good it was serving your role.
It was.
All those calories.
Yeah.
It was. I needed it.
Yeah.
So good.
This particular day, which was one of our hardest days of production because of the number of extras and because it was that late in the day, we got the most extraordinary light.
The script always ended at graduation. It was always, I think, described as two generals kind of meeting on the battlefield in white.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? It was.
This is the example of working with actors like this where you literally have no time. We use the single first take of it.
I love what Natalie does in this. It's so beautiful and so subtle and so aware. Well, heading to the airport now. It's probably for the best.
I love that description of the battlefields because
Yeah.
it really does feel like disarming. Like it's, you completely disarm me in it. And we've got the glasses are sort of like our armor.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of this will have really mattered for your movie.
I was lucky that part of my character was studying her because that's what I was doing in real life. I was just like watching and going, oh, how's she doing that?
This is another example of how comfortable I felt, you know, on this movie and with Natalie, that when you have that kind of rapport with another actor and that kind of partnership, then everything feels so easy.
Yeah.
You understand me?
I do. One of the great things about the writing is that you're constantly kind of shifting who you're with emotionally, who you're seeing everything through. And at this moment, it's like another final shift where you think you know what you feel, and then it goes,
I hope you didn't think that disgusting brother thing was real.
Elizabeth finally, what she thinks, gotten this inner core that she's built when she speaks to Gracie's son from her first marriage, Georgie, and he tells her that she's been a victim herself. And there's this moment that she sort of lets her off the hook. And I think the audience does too. I think there's an, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Disgusting. I don't know what he's doing telling you these things. He told you? I talk to Georgie every day.
In a story that is ostensibly about truth-seeking and finding the truth, which is what Elizabeth claims is her mission, right? That what is so fascinating about the dynamic of the two women and the power play that keeps shifting between them is that it's all, when Gracie says, and she just said in the previous scene, I'm naive, I always have been. In many ways, it's a gift. And here she says,
Insecure people are very dangerous, aren't they?
and you realize that's the one who gains the power, is the person who blocks the. You think the power is on the side of truth seeker.
Yeah.
In fact, it's the person who puts up the wall.
I'm secure. Make sure you put that in there.
It's all performance.
When you think that you have no control, except for these narratives that you've created, which is why I think we love movies so much, because there's a beginning, a middle, and an end.